Hello and welcome back. This is Tiffany Norton again on the red carpet for the 2022 Twin Cities Film Fest Day 3. Very excited to talk to our next group of filmmakers and their project FRESHWATER. I'd like to introduce Lynn Melling and Ian Planchon. Did I do it?
Yes, yep, close enough. We got it.
I got it close enough. Dang it. That's the only way I ever win prizes at a state fair. They're like, you get the close enough award. That's what you get, honey. Okay, so I was watching the trailer about FRESHWATER. Now, I am a local Minnesotan. I have heard of your activity being done. I have not tried this myself. Do you guys want to tell them a little bit about what FRESHWATER entails?
Sure. So it's about surfers on Lake Superior. So who knew that surfing exists in the Midwest? But it does, right here on Lake Superior. I have actually not personally tried surfing on Lake Superior, so I can't take any credit for that. He got some shots, though. He had to get in Lake Superior to get shots of the surfers. So it was like an 8 mil wetsuit, dry suit.
Semi-dry. Yep, semi-dry.
So yeah, so Lake Superior is the temperature of what your refrigerator is year-round. So it's really, really, really cold. So that's kind of like the amazing part of the whole thing is that these people actually get in the water to surf for fun in such cold water. So.
Yeah, I was going to say you two seem pretty sane when I saw you, but it makes sense because you guys didn't actually surf in the water. You just filmed in it, though. How do you prepare for that as a filmmaker?
You just jump in. There's no preparing for that. You just get in the water. But that was such a small portion of actually shooting the documentary. A large part of it sitting on shore for hours on end and capturing these people doing what they're doing out there. But we have our backstory from a production company standpoint. We do a lot of work in Alaska, so we're used to the cold weather. We're used to standing around, so that kind of kept us ready for that.
You already had the good skin.
Yeah.
You thick blood.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly. Yes, all the gear. It's all about the gear.
So obviously, Lake Superior is a major asset to the planet. I did not realize until watching stuff on the film, it's 10%. 10% of all of the fresh water on our planet. What do you want people to learn about Lake Superior that may never visit it, maybe don't know much about it? Because obviously this is a great resource that we need to protect.
Yes. Well, it's kind of a hidden secret. I think people don't outside of the Midwest realize that there are these great lakes in the middle of the Midwest that are such a precious resource for fresh water. Something we learned in talking with scientists about Lake Superior is it's one of the fastest warming lakes in the world, which is really unsettling. And there's also, they don't know a lot about it. There's not been a lot of resources put into studying Lake Superior. So one of the sound bites from our film is they're writing the user's manual as they're flying the thing. They're trying to understand what is climate change doing to the lake, what does this mean for such an important freshwater resource. So that was a big takeaway for us and something that we're hoping that this film can raise awareness, potentially with key decision makers who make the decisions about funding for climate research. We hope that this might reach them and inspire folks to put more resources behind this.
Excellent, yeah, and we all need to conserve and be mindful with the resources that we do have. Be good custodians, basically. So now, how did you? Are you from there? You're from Alaska.
From Alaska. Yeah.
Okay, so you heard about the project and you thought these guys are nuts. I live in Alaska and I think these guys are out there. Or how did you learn about this to even want to start a film?
Right. We love the North Shore. So we live in Minnesota. We live here in Minneapolis, but we do a lot of camping on the North Shore. And one of the trips we were coming back from, it was May, right? It was right after, or it was Easter, sometime around there. And it was snowing when it probably shouldn't have been snowing. We're springtime.
That sounds right.
And we looked over as we were getting into Duluth, and there were surfers there. And like, this is crazy. And so we stopped and watched them for a little bit, introduced ourselves to a few of them, and then that just kind of stuck in our brains for a while. There's this awesome set of storylines up there that we're just looking for something to do. We're looking for a passion project, something to release our creativity into, and that one just kept coming back to us. It's like, these surfers look awesome. There's got to be more to it. There's got to be a cooler story there that we can tell. We started out just shooting surfing, and then we started meeting the scientists, and just kind of propelled from there. So.
What surprised you the most about this project? What did you learn or take away that you did not expect?
The fact that it's warming as fast as it's warming is terrifying. And then when meeting these people and learning that there's organizations like the Large Lakes Observatory, that was surprising to us as well. There's a whole organization that spends their entire careers driving around in a boat and researching this lake and using that information to help the rest of the world, protect our water sources.
And that was called, again, in case people want to support?
The Large Lakes Observatory. They're part of the University of Minnesota Duluth. Amazing organization.
Well, we should all support that.
Yes.
I love
Yes,
that.
absolutely.
Okay. And talking about creativity. And I like to have a fun question, too, because we're talking about a very serious topic, right? Now, this is a documentary. So the odds of a feature film, a fiction film, being made of the making of this documentary may be slim.
Correct.
But basically, I want to ask, it's a long way to get to the point. If someone was going to do a movie about your life and this project, who would you want to be cast to play yourself?
I'm going to say, I said Cameron Diaz at first, but I'm going to switch my answer to Julia Louis-Dreyfus because she is just my favorite actress of all time, and I don't think I just love her. So if I could meet her for any reason whatsoever, she'd be my pick.
Her character on Veep, she'd have that.
She's incredible.
She'd either have that lake cleaned up in a week or it'd be a lot worse. We're not sure what would happen there. Okay, who would play you? Who would play you, Ian?
I think we're going Nick Offerman, Ron Swanson. Maybe, I'm not sure if it needs to be Ron Swanson or Nick Offerman, but either one works. I'll take either one. But Nick Offerman is great. I mean, he loves the Boundary Waters. He loves, Minnesota, so we'll go with that.
I love that. I think this is a project. I'm going to green light it. Can we green light things on Facebook? I think we can. Oh, I love it. Well, you know what? So excited. Don't want to hold you up. I know you're kind of excited, maybe because you're premiering a movie today.
Yes, it's a little stressful. We're always one of those things where we just hope people like it. We think we like it, but it's like very vulnerable to show your art to to a big crowd. So just hope people like it.
Well, I think everybody will. And we've got a good crowd, and everybody loves supporting the arts here with the Twin Cities Film Fest. Thanks so much for choosing us to debut. I don't know why debut is such a hard word, but it is. And we'll be back with more interviews with different filmmakers. I am Tiffany Norton reporting live from the 2022 Twin Cities Film Fest Red Carpet Day 3. Don't go anywhere. And we hold. It's like the awkward family photo there.